Well, they keep dropping the CM Punk hints at us, and they did it again tonight. They used quotes from CM Punk, which is now I don't know, the eighth time or so that they've mentioned CM Punk. So a lot of people think it's a troll job just to get you to tune in to the pay-per-view. A lot of other people think there's meaning behind it. I told you I'm not going to break from my prediction of him coming back around the Rumble time, but this is bizarre that they would pour it on so thick, so quick, leading into the pay-per-view. So I don't know. Is he coming back? Curious to see what your comments are down below. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Is he coming back? I'm starting to get into the who cares range of things. And honestly, if it's going to be dragged out any longer, I may just jump off a building. So I actually now am hoping that I'm wrong. I hope that CM Punk is coming back at Survivor Series. I don't think he is, and I didn't pick it to happen. And I think there's going to be a lot of disappointed people. But at the same time, they keep laying this on really thick. And, man, I'll tell you what, if I have to put up with listening to CM Punk returns, for the next 4 months or whatever it is, until he actually does or doesn't, I mean, bro, I am going to lose my mind. I can't deal with it. Please let it not happen. I can't take it. Major update, Being the Elite, it could be over. Being the Elite barely gets 8,000, 10,000 views on some videos, and when they do one of the main episodes, it barely breaks 100,000. Back in the day, it used to hit like 200, 300, 400,000, maybe even more, but they can't even crack 100,000 anymore. The company is in disillusion. It's just destroyed. A lot of it was exposed when Cody Rhodes left the company. When Cody Rhodes left the company, that really opened the door, and a lot of people got down on AEW. And then when CM Punk had his whole thing with everybody, that really put the spotlight on that there's a problem, and there obviously continues to be a problem. Now I've reached out to AEW people, and nobody is saying anything, and most people just ignore me now because people won't even tell me anything. Reached out to everybody, Tony Khan included. Tony Khan has not responded to me, but why would he anyway? So I'm left to sort of just speculate on the things that I'm hearing. Jay White isn't happy. Of course Jay White isn't happy because Jay White really isn't that great. He's a good in-ring wrestler. He can speak on the mic pretty well. He's like a solid dude at a 7 out of 10, but he doesn't have the superstar factor and superstar quality, and he's very small. So when you add all those things together, Jay White, I don't understand the hype behind Jay White. I never did, and I don't understand him being upset with being in AEW. He's lucky to be there. He's not going to be anywhere else. The way I see it, if you're a 7 out of 10 or a 6.8 out of 10, you should be pretty happy to be on national television in AEW in front of 1 million people. So if the rumors are true about him not being happy over there, well, then you'll never be happy, my friend, and good luck being Seth Rollins' little brother. I reached out to him, too. No comment, apparently. And so, yeah, that's basically what I got to say. Wrestling for AEW is really in trouble as far as interest from people, the fans, and again, WWE has really picked up a lot of that momentum. It's been interesting to see how WWE really picked up a ton of momentum when they launched NXT over 10 years ago, and we had such a run with NXT for about 5 years, and then, it got a little stagnant, and then AEW came along and seemingly set the whole wrestling world a bit on fire, although not really because they didn't get more than 1.2 million viewers ever, but they did take a sizable chunk. That was about half of WWE's audience at the time. So it's quite impressive at the time. And they really carried that momentum for a few years, AEW did. And then, right around the time Cody Rhodes left, things were starting to sputter. And then they picked up CM Punk and they breathed life again. But then after CM Punk, the injuries, the backstage drama, and some other people leaving and starting to really see what AEW has become, it's really hurt AEW, their business and their perception, especially to a lot of the people that are on the fence and a lot of the people, that want to like it but aren't really sure, and forget about it for the haters. And I'm not a hater because I enjoy AEW here or there still, but it doesn't have that must-see, just fire that it had at one point. Hangman Adam Page and Swerve definitely had a match that interested me, and I really liked it. I don't know if it was worthy of better than every WWE match anybody ever had. Dave Meltzer is clearly paid, in my opinion, by Tony Khan. I think he's paid millions to say, like, great things about AEW. I don't see any other way around it. I think Tony Khan loves Wrestling Observer, loves all that stuff. And if he's not paid directly, because I could see him not being paid directly to, hey, go say it's the best thing ever. I could see Tony Khan behind the scenes saying, Dave, please cover AEW as much or more than WWE, man. Please cover us and just all day long. You know, we love you and we want to blah, blah, blah. And so then they he goes, listen, I want to make a contribution to the Wrestling Observer. You know, here's $1 million, here's $5 million, whatever it is. I can totally see it. It's got to be. I mean, how could these ratings be happening otherwise? I mean, either that or Dave Meltzer has a tumor. I don't know, like, what planet of psycho that Dave Meltzer is living on, that's making him act like this. But I do know one thing: if you guys want to save my channel and keep my channel from going away completely, it's already gone away a little bit. But if you want to keep my channel from going away permanently, then we could use your support in a super thanks down below. Or go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show right now and become a $5 patron at least. Or become a $25 producer. And don't forget, if you haven't listened over the last couple of weeks on Patreon, me and Rojas did a couple of shows that are great. One of the shows I did, I crapped myself on it. That's right. I crapped myself on my own Patreon. It was amazing. And it's fun to listen to. So shout out to the Ghost from the Coast and Sith Negan, the biggest supporters on Patreon. Or if you guys want to make a personal contribution, Tony Khan, I'm talking to you. PayPal.me/Joe Cronin Show. If you want to make a private, personal donation to the show, PayPal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Tony, a couple 100,000 would be nice. I'm in debt quite a bit. Thank you, sir, if you hear this. John Wood, Brian Jardine, Alan Stober. I'm not kidding, by the way. Alan Stober, Snarkbait, Colonel Stutters, Dion Edwards, Stevie O, James Begg, Sith Negan, Nikki J. the Weed God, and Drew Bar 100, Matt Rossmeyer, Alex O'Donnell, and of course the big one too, the Ghost from the Coast, and everybody else who's been a $25 producer. And if you've been one in the past, here's last November 2022. We would love to have you guys come back and be $25 producers. Please think about going above and beyond if you are crushing it and you can support the show. Otherwise, I might end up like BTE, canceled. And I'd like to do more shows than I'm doing now, but we're gonna need to get the Bill Gates support. I'm Joe Cronin. Continue watching my videos right now, and of course, please hit the like button because that really makes a huge effect on this video. And if you don't hit the like button, then you must hate my guts. I'll see you guys later.